Okay, I don't really know how to start this, but I think it's just important to start. That's one thing that I've learned is you just have to start. Okay. So, hi, my name is Victoria. Welcome to Table for Two. This is the very first episode of my podcast. Thank you so much for listening, watching, wherever you're hearing this. Thank you so much for joining. Today I wanted to talk about self-worth, okay? And I know that sounds like a very heavy topic, and I really don't want this to be a very heavy topic, okay? I know we just met, so I don't want this to sound like a therapy session, okay? But I kind of will in a way. I thought self-worth would be a really good first episode because, what makes me think that I'm cool enough to start a podcast? And I think a lot of people have these thoughts, not necessarily about starting a podcast, but many things in their life. Why do they feel like they're cool enough to even try those things? For example, a new job. For example, a new relationship, a new friendship. A lot of people deal with self-worth and thinking they're not good enough. And it's definitely something that I've had to learn, and it's something that I deal with every single day. So one of the things that I decided to challenge myself in is finally start the podcast. This is something that I have always wanted to do ever since I discovered podcasts. I have always loved the art of conversation. Conversation is something that I think is so interesting because everyone does it differently, but everybody learns. It's so simple. We all do it. We all conversate every single day, but you can tell so much from a person just by how they conversate. I have been a waitress my whole life. You guys probably already know that because I make that my whole personality. So I'm constantly conversating with people every single day. And the amount of people that I talk to, you learn so much from someone on how they conversate. So back to the topic, okay? Self-worth. Why I wanted to start the podcast. I have never thought that I was cool enough to do many of the things that I'm doing now. I have never thought I was cool enough to start a podcast, but here I am. Never thought I was cool enough to start a YouTube channel, but I did that. Not cool enough to start my own thrift page, sell my own clothes, but I did that. And these are all things that at one point in my life, I thought, no, can't do that. I'm going to tell you guys a story of a conversation that I had one day with my brother. I was telling him we were driving somewhere, and I remember telling him, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. I'm going to start vlogging, but I'm not going to start it until my life is cool enough, because what am I going to vlog about now? Me going to work, me walking my dog? There's nothing that's not interesting. Fast forward to now, those are the most interesting videos that I watch. Why? Because I relate to those people, because I see their day to day, because it motivates me to have a better life. You know what doesn't motivate me? Seeing people that drive Lamborghinis all day because that's just not my motivation. It could be yours. You could want a Lamborghini if you want, but that has never been my motivation. I love people who film their day to day, making their coffee, walking their dog. Those are my interesting people because day to day life is so hard. But if you get to record it and kind of romanticize it, it kind of makes it into its own little movie. So I started that YouTube channel. I started it in high school, and I was just recording my day in school, my days in class. And it got a lot of people's attention because I think a lot of students can relate to it. And it's definitely something that I don't regret stopping my YouTube channel because I think I wouldn't be where I am right now. But I do wish that, if I can go back to that little Victoria that stopped her YouTube channel because of all the emotional damage that she was going through, I would just tell her that it's going to be okay. Don't be so hard on yourself. This doesn't have to be it. There's going to be so many more opportunities for you. I remember being so sad when I just couldn't find the love for it anymore. But why? It brings me back to the topic because I lost all of my self-worth. I no longer thought I was valuable in myself. I thought the only value I had was the views that I was getting. If I didn't get a good view count on a video, oh my God, why am I even doing this? If I would hear that people at my high school were talking bad about me because I was making a YouTube channel, the fact that I was, the girl who thinks that she can start a YouTube channel, the fact that I was that girl, oh my gosh, self-conscious all the way around, because these are people that I would talk to on a daily basis. And then as soon as I would leave the group, I guess I was being talked about. I was the main topic. And looking back now, I see it in a different way. I see it as those people probably wish that they had the courage that I did. But when you're in the moment, of course, and in your teenage mind, when you feel like your world is falling apart every 2 seconds, those moments were the ones where I was really just dying, like internally dying. Like, why did I even think I was cool enough to do this? Oh, this is not cool at all. And so, yeah, I did stop doing YouTube. And it really hurts me now because it's something that I loved. I, since a child, have always loved YouTube, have always loved recording my life, filming my life, showing people like the pictures that I've taken, the videos that I've caught. That has always been a love for me. So when that love was really taken away because of that, the insecurities that were built upon me, it really hurt. It really did hurt. But it's something that, you kind of have to grow up and you have to learn for yourself that those aren't the things that make you valuable, okay? You alone need to give yourself your own value, okay? You can't, just because someone says that you're not cool enough, that doesn't mean that they're true. Have you ever been on Yelp and they leave a review and then you go to that restaurant and it's absolutely delicious? Yeah, it's because not everybody's opinions are actually good. Not everybody's opinions should be taken seriously. I'm sorry. So again, back to self-worth, okay? So that is just one of the main things that really just set me up into loving myself today, okay? The next thing that I got into was acting. Who in their right world thought that I was cool enough to start acting? Me. Ever since a child, I wanted to be Hannah Montana. I wanted to be on TV. That was my goal, was to be on TV. Here I go again in high school. I signed myself up for this acting school and I go and I meet my acting coaches, which was like one of the best experiences of my life. They were all people that were on Disney Channel, on Nickelodeon, people that I grew up watching. Those were my mentors. And again, was I being made fun of in school? Yes, I was being made fun of. If we're going to really think about it, I was being made fun of because I was trying something. And I will never understand those people. I will never understand the people who really belittle you just for trying. I always say, you don't have to be good at your hobbies. Because who says, just because I like the art of baseball, basketball, volleyball, just because I want to play those things, doesn't mean I have to be good at it. I just like playing it. So if I want to be an actor, let me try. I might crash and burn, but at least I tried, And you never know, like, why couldn't have it been me, If you really think about it, why are you making fun of me? Why do you think that I can't be that? Is it because you maybe want to be that, but you don't have the courage for it? Really think about that the next time that you belittle someone or the next time that you give someone a reality check, Really think about why you're doing that. Was it something that you wanted to do one day, you were accomplished, and someone smashed your dreams? Thankfully, I've been a family that has been very supportive, but you still hear your comments here and there from family members as well that maybe not necessarily that they don't believe in you, but they don't quite get it. They don't quite get the ambition. They don't quite get, the destination, why you want to get there. They don't get that part. And you know what? I don't blame them. It's definitely something that not everybody has. Not everybody has that drive. Not everybody has that self-belief in themselves. And it's something that I've definitely learned to have. It's not something that It's not something that I've always had. As you guys saw, I stopped my YouTube because I let the voices get too loud. Acting. If I would have stopped in my tracks because people were making fun of me at school for thinking that I was not cool for doing that, I would have never been on TV. I've been on TV multiple times now. I've met people that I could have never dreamed of meeting. But why? Because I pushed through the voices. Because I knew that this is something that I loved and this is something that I really see myself doing and I really want to try and just give it my all and really try. And I've booked commercials. I would have never thought that would be me. I would have never thought that would have been me. But here I am. something that I'm so thankful for that I get to experience. And you know what? All those people in high school, I really don't like you guys. There, I said it. So let's just take a break from all that heaviness. Let me introduce myself because this is the very first episode and I know a lot of people probably don't know me from here, but hello, my name is Victoria Madrigal. I am 22 years old. I am a Taurus, if that, matters to some people. It's a really big thing, okay, to certain communities. I am a Taurus, okay? I wish I knew more about like zodiacs and astrology and all of that. I really wish I was more knowledgeable on those things because I do think, hear me out before you shut me out, okay? I do think that they do have some sort of truth to them, okay? If you really think about it, just this alone, the moon, what does it control? The ocean, water. Why? You always say, oh, it's a full moon. It's a full moon. Be careful. Why do we say that? We shouldn't give a fuck if the moon is full, but we do give a fuck, okay? It controls the ocean. We are also like 70% water. So you think that the moon doesn't have some sort of connection with us? It has to. If we're basing off the logic of it controls the ocean and we're like 75% ocean, it has to at least have some sort of connection to us, okay? So if we're doing that, then yeah, maybe the stars and the sun and the alignment and I don't know what, maybe it does have something to do with our emotions. Okay, will I make important decisions based on how the stars are aligned and how Jupiter is aligned? Probably not. I don't think so. I think we have our own free will and how we should decide that. But I will never not hear somebody out that is fully immersed into astrology and knowledgeable about these things. I will hear you out. I want to learn. I do want to learn. Sorry, just a little rant there. But yes, I'm a Taurus, 22. I grew up in Southern California. I still live here. More niche, I'm in the IE. Every time that I'm telling somebody like where I'm from, I love to mention that I'm from the IE because I think it's somewhere that's very slept on, okay? And I think we need more people from the IE to rise up, okay? Not everybody was born and raised in LA, okay? Some of us were born and raised like 30 minutes from LA, okay? And that's me. So every time I get a chance, I always mention I'm from the IE, okay? I grew up in a family of 5 total siblings. I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters. I'm the very last born. I love to say that I was a mistake because my mother was a little older when she had me and she was not expecting me. She was months into the pregnancy before she realized that I was in her stomach. And so I was definitely a surprise for everybody, but I love to say that I was a good surprise because if you really look at my family, okay, no offense to my family that's listening to this right now, if you look at my family, y'all needed me. You really did, okay? You guys are cool and all, but like I have given you guys all the sazon that you guys needed. If you don't know what that means, seasoning, okay? They really did need me because I am the reason they are so funny. There, I said it. Okay, bye. That's just a little like intro about myself. My parents are Latinos. I don't know. I always go back and forth if I want to say Latino or Hispanic. I'm sorry. Both of my parents are from Jalisco. I'll just say that. Both of them are from Jalisco. They were born, raised, and then they crossed over here because they wanted to give their family a better life, themselves a better life. And then here I am starting a podcast. Thank you, Mother. I will make it up to you one day. I swear. Mom and Dad, I will make it up to you, okay? I'm sorry I didn't go to college. I'm sorry I did not go that route that you wanted your daughter. Specifically, if your parents are Latinos and you didn't go to college, you know what I'm talking about, okay? That little wrath that they carry on you. Yeah. I'm that. Okay, so Mom and Dad, I promise, okay? I will make it up to you. I will, I promise. But yeah, that's a little sum up of me. Thank you guys for clicking on here and watching me. So let's get back into self-worth, okay? Because it's something that we all deal with and it's something that I've learned to deal with myself. And I definitely am still learning to deal with it every single day. But I'm way better than where I started, okay? So why I wanted to start the podcast. I already talked about that. Why I wanted to start it. Because I I fucking wanted to start a podcast, okay? I like talking. I talk to myself actually a lot. I think we all do, but nobody wants to say it out loud. I talk to myself a lot. Like a lot. Like by myself, I'm constantly like having debates with myself. Whatever. That's a whole other thing. But let's talk about how I learned to value myself. So, honestly, I would think that this happened not that long ago, where I really just started to like myself for things that actually mattered to me. So I think growing up, and I think this happens to every teenager or just every person in general, where you kind of start to value yourself, basically just like for your physical reasons. I know I valued myself like if we're going to think about this, in elementary school, I thought I had value. I know, elementary school. I thought I had value because, I was a fast runner. That's a flex. In elementary school, I thought I was a fast runner, and I thought I had like nice hair. So those are both like physical aspects, not myself. Even though I think I was a kind and a nice girl and funny, like, sure, that I didn't think that had actual value to it. I thought I had nice hair and I was a good runner. Boom. That's it. That was all the value that I had. Middle school comes around. Oh God. Talking about middle school is just it's a subject on its own. Okay. We'll do a podcast on that one all by itself. But middle school, I thought the value was strictly on my face. Middle school was when I started to discover that, like, oh shit, like I kind of like what I see in the mirror, like my face wise. Body, oh my God, we don't even want to talk about that. Body dysmorphia through the roof. But my face, I didn't think I was that ugly, okay? So that was all the value I had. Everybody complimented me on my eyes, on my eyelashes, on how pretty I was. So boom, value up. I am up, okay? Fast forward to high school. I still think I'm not that ugly. So this is all the value that I have. I am so valuable because I'm so pretty and my face is not that ugly. That is strictly surface level value that I was giving myself. Okay. Now, let's say that I got into a certain relationship and I don't want to give this person that much attention. Okay. So I'm only going to graze over this. But basically, everything that I thought made me valuable, which were my physical features, was pretty much taken away from me. I let this person have so much power over me and let them treat me very terribly. And I basically just lost everything. I did not think I was valuable at all, because why would someone treat me so badly? I must be ugly. I must be worthless. I must be all of these things. Because I'm being treated badly. Nobody treats a puppy bad unless they're fucking psychos. Nobody treats a puppy bad. Everybody treats puppies good because puppies are cute. So if I'm being treated bad, it must be because I'm ugly. It must be because I'm worthless. And boom. Value is now gone. So that took the longest time to get over. I then started to rebuild myself internally, because I let that person make me think that I was not beautiful for so long that I now had to focus on other things that I could control. If I couldn't control what's on my face and how it looks, let's control my inner. So I would like to say that I've never been like a mean person. I would like to say that. I'd like to think that I've always been a kind person. So those are things that I really focus on kindness, and internally just what I liked as a person. What kind of things do I like to do? What do I contribute to? And slowly I started to figure out that I'm not that bad. Like, sure, I'm not a supermodel, but I'm nice and I like things and I'll treat you nice. Like, these are things that I thought were way more important now than what I actually looked like. I now gave no shits about what I looked like. Now, I'm not saying that, I wouldn't get dressed up and I didn't do my makeup and I didn't take selfies. Of course I did. I'm a girl. I love playing dress up. I love being a princess. But I no longer let my physical determine the value I had in myself, because I knew that I was a good person. I knew that I was caring. I knew that I took care of the people that I loved. And those were things that I valued in others. I could not give a fuck if you were pretty. But if you were a nice person, oh my God, I wanted to be your friend. So now I started to look at myself and be like, why do I care so much about the physical when I don't even care about that with other people? I always care about the type of person they are over what they look like. So that's when I slowly started to rebuild myself and focus on things that actually matter to me of, am I a good person or not? Okay. And that's when I slowly started to build myself up. That is when I started to really, really love myself. I started to love myself, not just on the days where I got ready and looked so cute and all these things. I started to love myself on the days where I was just by myself. I was just me and my thoughts, and no makeup and no crazy outfit, just me. And that is when I started to rebuild my value. And that is when I vowed that I would never, ever let no guy, no girl, no friend, no nothing to determine if I was valuable or not. Because I know in my heart the type of person that I am and what value I carry for myself. So this is something that I will tell everybody that I know. Do not let anybody take away your value. Because what did I say in the beginning? Not everyone's opinions are actually good. Not everyone's opinions should be taken serious, especially when it's about yourself. Okay? This is something, you're the only person that sees yourself 24/7. That is with your thoughts, with your head 24/7. The only person that should really, really love is yourself. You should really figure out what kind of person you are from deep down below all the way to the very top, the surface, okay? Figure out who you are first. This is something that I've had to deal with for so long, and I still deal with it today. I do things now that really help me love myself and really help me ground myself and really just think about the things that I think are valuable. For example, there's times where I will just take time for myself. I won't be on my phone. I'll just stare at the ceiling and just really let myself think. Really let myself be in my thoughts. Because if you really think about it, I'm constantly being entertained. We all are. If I'm not on my phone, I'm on my iPad. If I'm not on my iPad, I'm on Netflix, on TV. If I'm not on TV, I'm on TikTok. Like, I'm constantly on my phone. So I've really learned to ground myself and just stare at the ceiling. Just stare at it. Have your own imagination for 5 minutes, let yourself be still. And it really, really helps you with that. Another thing that has helped me is getting to know more people. Once you get to know more people, you start to meet shitty people. And once you start to meet shitty people, you start to realize that you're not that bad. You're not that bad because people like that person exist and you're not that person. These are things that, if I'm going to be honest, have helped me have my own value in myself and really believe in myself, in the things that I can do, and why can't they be me? I'm going to tell you guys something that I'm telling you, I talk to my brother a lot. Me and my brother and I, we're having a conversation again about my self-doubts and, who am I to think that I can just start a podcast? Sorry, let me take a sip of my oh my God, the coffee that I made today is so fucking good. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's actually so good. I'm so proud of myself. Sorry, let me go back. I had a conversation with my brother and I was telling him my self-doubts and he was telling me his self-doubts about the things that he wants to do. And he had come to this conclusion of, we were talking about this guy who has done the things that my brother would like to be doing. And he said, do I think that he's smarter than me? No. So why can't I be the one to do them? And that is so true. That is so true. Do you ever see someone who, in my case, one of my friends started a podcast? Do I think that person is smarter than me, cooler than me? Just like do I think of them and think like, I can do that? Yes. So why can't you? You know, I think about that all the time. Yeah, I can do those things. So do them. Don't question it. Just do them. If they can do it, why can't you do it? That is something that I tell myself every single day now, because I used to go through that a lot. Again, self-worth. I used to go through that a lot. I would see people, especially over social media, people my age, people my same kind of things that I like, they like, but they're way better off than I am. And we're kind of doing the same thing. And I'm like, dang, like what am I not doing that they're doing? And then you kind of just learn like everything happens when it's supposed to happen. Everything happens at its pace that it's supposed to happen. So as long as you keep trying and you keep believing in yourself, you'll get there. You'll get there. I promise you will. If you really just give it a good shot, you'll get there. And that is something that I'm learning every single day. For example, I am now a gymmer. This is something that I never thought, never. When I say never, I mean never did I see myself becoming a gym person, a gymmer. But here I am. I've been going to the gym for, I'm pretty sure over a year now, consistently with a trainer who I have learned to love and adore. I love this girl. I'm so thankful that we met. She's one of the best people that I know. And honestly, like, I always thought, again, the same thing. I can't be a gym person. I can't be someone who does squats. Like, that's just not me. But then it's like, why? Why can't that be you? If that's something that you're interested in, why can't that be you? So I became a gym person because I thought, you know what, let's just try it. And I ended up loving it. And I know the people who are listening to this right now who can't imagine themselves in a gym and blah, blah, blah. I was in your shoes. I can't even run. I want to be a runner. I try to be a runner. I go on runs. But do I see myself being a runner? No. Do I want to run a marathon one day? Yes. How am I going to get there? I have no fucking clue. But I am going to try and I'm going to give it my all. So that is all that I would like for you guys to take from this, is the next time that you're thinking like, oh, I want to try this. Oh, I think I want to try to do this. I think I want to try for that job. I think I want to try for this business that I want to open. Think about a person that already does that for a living. Somebody that already has that job, somebody that already has that business. And look at them and think like, that could be me. Like, I could be her. I could be that girl. So really think about it. Okay? So, yeah, I started a podcast because why not? If this shit crashes and burns, at least I tried. It's something that I like. It's something that I would love to keep going. And so I'm going to try it. Thank you so much for everybody who's listening or watching. That was my very first episode of my podcast, okay? And I'm sorry if it was ass, okay? I'll definitely get better at this, or I'll get worse at this, and who knows? But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys can take something that I said and maybe use it in your daily life, maybe? I don't know. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.